Hey Virgo, let's go ahead and tap in, y'all. Look, you're the first zodiac sign that I'm using this specific deck for, the Herb Crafters Tarot. I've had it for some years now. I just have actually never used it on my YouTube channel. So you guys are the first zodiac sign for me to use these cards with. So I hope you enjoy them. If you're a Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placement, this is your reading. So let's go ahead and tap in, see what's going on for my Virgo spirit. What's going on with Virgo? What energy is Virgo coming up in as the Magician? I love this. This is your card too. So you're coming up in your power, with the ability to manifest whatever it is you desire. Some of you could be focusing on like a specific manifestation, calling it into your life. We just had that full moon, so maybe you worked with that energy to, attract certain things into your life. You could be working with the waning moon cycle now to release things in your life. So the person that you're connected to is the Hierophant. They could be a Taurus, or this could be like a teacher, a spiritual leader, guru, counselor, therapist, someone that a lot of people look up to, okay? So this could be someone you're connected with. That's interesting. The Magician and the Hierophant are both very well versed within the spiritual arts. So you could be connecting with someone that is very similar to you in that nature, where you guys have, same interests. This person might be a part of more of an institution, an organized religion, possibly, where you might be a little more on the spiritual side, kind of doing your thing individually. Let's see. What's the plot here between the two of you? We have Temperance. Yeah, the both of you, like, your unique abilities are meant to be blended together to help others heal. You might be collaborating with this Hierophant on a project of some sort that's going to be very healing for other people. You both could have like very angelic energy, like you're here to uplift the frequency, the vibration of Earth's inhabitants. You could be meeting with this person, the cacao and the tea here. You could be meeting with this person for tea. And maybe you guys are like talking about your spiritual journeys, magical practices. Let's see. What is your challenge here, Virgo? You could also be talking about healing a relationship. If this has nothing to do with spirituality and magical practices, it could just simply be about where you stand in a relationship. With the Magician, you might be wanting to break off on your own, but this Hierophant, you could be committed to someone, possibly married. And you're wondering, like, can we heal things? Can we bring balance, harmony to this connection? Let's see what the challenge is for Virgo. Okay, got a few cards. Okay, so we have the Seven of Earth. Things growing, moving forward, progressing. You might feel like you've stagnated, hit a wall with this person. We also have Justice is in the reverse. So you might feel like there's been some unfairness that has taken place within this relationship. We also have the Curandera of Air in the reverse. Let me check. I think that might be the... Is that the Queen? Let me see. Un momento. Or the King. Okay, yes, the King. So this would be the King of Swords in the reverse. Someone's kind of icy. Maybe a Libra, strong Libra placements, but Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements coming through. Yeah, the King of Swords and the Justice card in the reverse. This will be a King of Swords that has done an injustice. This could be who you're connected with in a relationship. Someone has done an injustice against you. And you guys are trying to figure out if y'all can heal it and fix it. Let's see. What's the advice outcome for Virgo? What's the advice outcome for Virgo? Or the advice action, excuse me. Advice action for Virgo. Seven of Water in the reverse. Come out of fantasy illusion. You've got to stay grounded in reality. You got to make sure you're seeing this person clearly, because you might be seeing them as a King of Swords in the upright when they're really showing up in the reverse. The King of Swords in the reverse is an asshole. It's narcissistic as fuck. You also have Ten of Water in reverse, okay? So that happily ever after you've been imagining with this person, no. We also have the Ten of Fire in the reverse. Like, it's time to end this pattern, this cycle with this person. Like, maybe the healing takes place individually. The Magician, the number 1 is associated with the Magician card. That's how you're showing up, as number 1. Numero uno. That might be all that you're meant to be focused on right now. This person you're dealing with, they need to be in therapy, okay? That could be why this therapist energy is coming through with the Hierophant. And be real with the therapist, because there's plenty of people that go to therapy and be lying like a motherfucker to their therapist, and that's why they don't ever heal and really grow. Make sure you're not dealing with someone like that. But, you know, it's one thing if they're actually willing to grow, to be transparent in the process. What's the resolution outcome for Virgo, Spirit? What's the resolution outcome for Virgo? For fire, it was like, it came out sideways. So this would be a happy relationship, happy home life, happy family. Like I said, it came out sideways. So it's just like, that might be, for some of you, you might have a family with this person, which could be why it's really difficult for you to decide. Especially with that Justice in the reverse. You actually might be wanting to divorce someone. Break up. But you might be like worried about like, oh, how are we going to divide everything up? Like, what's that going to look like? Trust in it. Like, if you're meant to go through that process, everything's going to line up the way that it needs to. Like, don't worry about so much before you even really get there. It's just like one step at a time. Let's see. Final piece of advice for Virgo. And this could be focusing on just creating happiness in your home. Yeah, she's got her little craft table here. So some of you could be getting into your craft, into your, you know, magical practices. Some of y'all could have like a cauldron. You could be working with like different oils. Let's see, final piece of advice for Virgo, Spirit. Final piece of advice for Virgo. Forgiveness. Yeah. Okay. That's where that healing takes place. Forgiveness doesn't always mean you get back with someone either. You know, hey, maybe for some of you, that'll be the case. We do have potential reconciliation with that Temperance card. For others of you, you're just like, hey, we're just going to go our separate ways with love. And I'm going to forgive this person and just move on with my life. Okay. Somebody could be 38 years old. The 11th could also be significant as well, as far as a date this month or when somebody was born. But Yeah, this person could be asking for your forgiveness. And like I said, you can definitely forgive somebody, but that doesn't mean you have to take them back. So, you know, that could kind of be where you're at with something where you're just like, there's no more fantasy. You used to like kind of have this ideal of what things would be like with this person, but it just didn't turn out that way. And you're just like, well, fuck it. Like, I'll go manifest the fantasy with somebody else, basically. Not to say that that's even your big focus right now. It seems like you're really just focused on you and maybe manifesting some of your own personal goals. But, you know, in due time, that might include like a relationship, a Four of Wands, someone that truly aligns with you, someone that you can have a happy home life with. You know, some of you might have had more of a dysfunctional one with this person you've been with, but you're meant to have something a lot happier, safe, secure, you know, all that stuff. Just, you know, give it its time. With that being said, Virgo, I am going to wrap up this message here. If this resonated at all, give me a thumbs up, drop a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, sending you so much love. Take care. Bye.